Bitcoin currently trading at $63,000 and the broader crypto market is starting to pull back. We're seeing liquidations on the long side happening across the 1 hour, the 4 hour and the 12-hour time frame, with the majority of that happening right now as you live. So without further ado, let's get straight into the show content. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the bell notification and subscribe to the channel if you do appreciate the show content. And of course, we will be getting into all things crypto today because there's a lot to look at. There's a bunch of different scenarios we need to be focusing on. And you can see over here, a lot of the coins are pulling back following a pretty substantial move that occurred over the course of yesterday. This is your Banter Bubbles chart. If you look at the daily though, big gainers, right? Mantra was up over 20%, obviously giving up some of those gains now, but still up 18%. 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗘 up 20%. Floki up 17%. With 19. Brett 10. 𝗕𝗢𝗡𝗢𝗢 at 7%. Let's have a look at the weekly. Weeklies are still up. Monthly, big gainers over there. Mantra, 𝗕𝗢𝗡𝗢𝗡, those are the two outliers. And then also one of the special mentions, 𝗕𝗢𝗙𝗥, still holding up those monthly gains. So a lot to look at. We had a lot of volatility yesterday. This is the crypto market. Orange line represents over here Bitcoin, and then this was all the altcoins above, putting in some major volatility towards the upside. So first and foremost, you would expect that following such a quick big move, there will be some profit taking that takes place. But the question is, does this become a buy the dip scenario? Is this all part of the plan? Are we still in the Wyckoff accumulation schematic? Is 40K off the table? These may be questions that you have today. So we will attempt to address each and every single one of those, because it's one of those points in the market where you need to hedge, right? You need to hedge against the longs as well, because the fear and greed went rapidly from last week at 27 to 52 and now at 65 with a sudden twist of events. So a lot to look at today. Stay tuned until the very end. Yesterday, we had high impact economic data coming out. We had Jerome Powell speaking, and he pretty much said this, right? He said that the last 3 inflation readings add confidence that inflation is now falling towards their intended target. And it seems like they're opening the door, and at least for talks that there may be a rate cut later this year. And this is what the market is doing. The market is now locking in the probability for potential rate cut in September, right? Sitting at 91.6% probability, meaning that most of the market believe there will be a rate cut that takes place in September. So that's traditional markets. DXY bouncing from key support over here. This bounce that hopefully leads into a lower high on the DXY will probably cause a pullback in crypto. And if you get that rejection over there, that becomes a buy the dip opportunity. Break below the gray box, look for the bigger breakdown, and then we have a larger swing long trade on our hands. So we'll address that when relevant. Right now, understand DXY pushing up adds a little bit of pressure to the risk on markets. And if we look at the total liquidations across the board, you can see over here in the last 24 hours, we've had $202 million worth of liquidations. 75 million of those were long liquidations, 127 were short liquidations because we had the big move yesterday. But when you focus on that number, 75 million over here, you can look at the last 1 hour and the last 4 hours, 42 and 17 million. So the majority of those long liquidations have occurred in the last hour to 4 hours. And the reason is, of course, because price is pulling back and people were over leveraged. You can see over here, spot was increasing towards the upside. It was a spot led rally initially, and then leverage started to follow a little bit later on. Now you have some profit taking place, and we'll just continue to monitor this spot and leverage chart to see is there higher highs and higher lows forming over here, or they're going to create a new swing low. If so, then you might see a deeper flush coming into the market, and potential price levels for Bitcoin is between $58,000 and $60,000. But I'll show you that on the daily time frame chart. That would be looking at the reclaim level, the level that we reclaim the range lows, break back inside, you confirm the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, come back to back test that as support. Should you hold it, well, that's a bullish signal. You'll be looking for higher prices. But we've also hit the intended target where we're looking for a little bit of a rejection in real time. That was coming in at the golden pocket, the 0.618 to 0.65 level, which I'll touch on in a moment. So based on the last 24 hours, you can see that liquidity on the downside, 22 million up for grabs, sitting at 62,252. I would expect there's a good chance that that will be hit. I'll quickly have a look over here on the 3-day time frame. And I also want to showcase this to you. Let me just pull this across over here. If you have a look over here, you can see that most of the coins, this is, I know you can't see it, it's too small. This has been posted in the Whale Room Discord, but you have running from Bitcoin to ETH to Solana, with Pepe, and I think this is Bonk. All of them extremely positive, very, very positive in terms of the delta, which means liquidity is ripe for the taking on the downside. And there's it. You have the levels coming in at $58,000, $160 million worth of liquidity sitting down there. That's going to be a pretty big level if we do come back to backtest that. Now, Mt. Gox coins are once again on the move, so that might bring a little bit of volatility and fear into the market. A pretty substantial amount has started to move once again. But this is your Bitcoin monthly chart, right? So high time frame. If you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out. Look at the monthly time frame. Well, should we get a monthly close in the next 2 weeks that looks like this, that would look quite positive and bullish, because this is a clear level of resistance which you've broken back above, and you're now looking really like you're flipping this into major support. Now, all the various different time frames are giving conflicting data, so you have to wait for those trends to all be in alignment. But this is your monthly chart. Monthly is looking like that strong wick over here. As long as that holds above these levels, which adds the supporting evidence over there that the 58K level, which is the yellow line over here, is very, very, very significant. This level must hold, right? If we start to close below that, especially on high time frames, you'll be looking at this as a breakdown, and then you need to look for much lower prices. But that is your monthly chart at hand. Now, we've been 124 days into this correction with a price drawdown of 27.56%, which is, normal and on par for what you would expect for a bull cycle correction. Timing wise, has been one of the long ones. 3, 6, 8, 9, 12. So 5 months, literally 5 months in this corrective phase over here. And we said that 4 to 6 months is par the course over here, that you could see a long-term correction. Volatility being reset once again over here. You do have the middle Bollinger Band acting as a bit of resistance, coming in at 65,000. And then again, that support level, where does it line up? Well, that low Bollinger Band's at 58,260. So super significant level that must hold. Here you got major resistance overhead with the 𝗓𝗓𝗧, downsloping trend line, and the range high. We need to see price get above 69,700, break above that breakdown region over here that occurred on the 3rd and 10th of June, those weekly candles over there. If you get above that, you start to shift the risk back towards the upside. Otherwise, right now, we're still in that limbo mode for the market. We've also outlined, based on the way that this has been playing out, that there is a potential for an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which again, risk on when you break back above the $69,000. This was a show that I did, which was on the 10th of July. So around about a week ago over here. And this is the chart playing out right now, right? So these are the levels we want to see. If bulls can maintain above $58,000, $60,000, then you have the opportunity over the coming days to potentially play out into August, this head formation, right? From the head and shoulders, you have the left shoulder, you play out the head, maybe you reject one more time from the 69K region, come in to put a macro higher low, which would then look like this in terms of higher highs and higher lows. This would be the viewpoint, right? You'd be viewing that as a major low, a higher low, and then another macro high low in the making, and then looking for continuation higher. So that's the one bullish trajectory. But as I've suggested to the Whale Room community, I dropped some alpha in there for them this morning, and I spoke about hedging your bets, right? You want to hedge your bets because it's anyone's game right now. Bulls and bears have been fighting evenly for the reins, and you can actually see it over here. If you look at the 24-hour long to short ratio, it's sitting at 49.79% on the long side and 50.21% on the short side. That's written at the exact top over there. And therefore, it's anyone's game. You want to trade in the extremities, where the momentum begins to shift in that psychological space where bears capitulate, and then when price goes up, bulls start capitulating, and it would be this zone over here. So this is something that I did outline as well in the last show. We're looking at the Wyckoff accumulation schematic. We're also looking at this over here, where we said that you need to really, really watch as price action comes into that fib level right there. You see it, 0.618 to 0.65 sitting in at that pocket at $65,000. And if we go to the current price action right now, well, you can see we've headed to an absolute T and we are rejecting as it currently stands in real time. There it is. I'll zoom in. We'll go on the 4-hour time frame. There it is. We hit that level and we've rejected. It's not enough to claim that we're getting a pullback right now, that we're going to go in for a deep correction. We need to see a lot more for that to take place. We need to see these candles taken out, the prior 4-hour candles over here, pretty much take those out, start to approach yesterday's low, which is going to be around that $60,000 region. Take out yesterday's low, and then you can say this is a confirmed rejection from this region. And anywhere around here is fair game for hedging your bets, right? If you're starting to look for short opportunities anywhere into this red zone, maybe you would scale in a little bit higher, but I would be expecting a rejection to take place somewhere within this zone over here. So looking at it like this, right? Either you reject down there like that, or you push up a little bit higher and you reject from somewhere here. Either way, that would be the plan of action. You're looking for the rejection from this region, building up your short positions with an easy stop just above, right? So what is your risk over here? Well, your risk is that Bitcoin moves 15% against you and you would stop out of your short positions over there and looking for the trade to come all the way back down to 43K. Because at the end of the day, if you focus on the overall direction of this move over here, the trends have shifted towards the downside. And this is not my opinion, but pretty much gospel, because you have highs, you have lower highs, you have lower lows, you have lower lows, and you would expect the lower high to form over there. And therefore, that's the start of a weakening trend, which is coming towards the downside. So very simple trading. We don't need to overcomplicate it. It is what it is. We did mention to you that you'd be looking to build up those longs. I'm pretty sure that we mentioned it even over here. Here it was. There it is. Price was down here. We said this is where you want to be building up the longs in the previous YouTube shows over a week ago. Watch for the break and the hold above the range low, and you could potentially play out that Wyckoff accumulation schematic, which is theoretically still in play. This is your Wyckoff accumulation schematic. I'm going to show it to you right now. There it is. We've broken back above the key resistance level, and I'll just remove some of these zones just to showcase what it looks like if we take out the indicators over here. There it is. Your price is above the pivot level. The pivot level for the RSI is trending towards the upside. You are also above the range low. Now, usually in terms of the Wyckoff accumulation, once you do that, you often come back to back test that as support. So it would be viewed as somewhere around this region over here, which means the back test of support or flipping that into support would be a move back down into $60,000. Possibly even as low as $58,000. Now, I know if you're somebody that's new here, this probably annoys the hell out of you because I've said up, down, and sideways, but this is the nature of trading. I told you when to look for the up move, and I told you to go long down here, and I told you when it gets up here, you then want to start to reposition and look for the potential short move just in case. That is trading. You need to be adaptable and able to move up, down. Okay, you need to be able to long and short the market. So this would be a low time frame short trade that you'd be taking down into the bottom over here. And then the high time frame, you'd be looking to flip back long should price hold this level. If price can't hold this level, well, then you're playing out the deeper move, which would be new swing lows, which means you're probably getting a bounce at $50,000, back test into underside resistance, and then you could still potentially play that out. Now, although this becomes a low probability so long as price is above this level over here, which is $58,000 to $60,000. I don't rule this out. This is still possible. It's just less likely as long as price remains here. If price starts to break back below that level, you're going to see a lot of panic set into the market. And I would say high chances that you're going to take this out and you're going to move deep into this 50K region. So please keep that in the back of your mind. That is totally in the realm of possibilities, right? For now, above 60 is short-term to medium time frame bullish. As soon as you lose $60,000, it becomes a little bit risky. So I hope I've made that very clear. Also, if we remove the drawings over here, lining up with that same area, we are above the 200-day moving average, 200 exponential moving average, and the 9 and the 18 EMA. Now, you'll know that I like to use this 9 and 18 exponential moving average as a proxy for when we're starting a new trending move. We're very much range bound still, but this would be the etchings of when a new trending move starts to begin, which means the pullback into this region, if it holds as support, is a very, very positive sign that you're looking for a higher low in the making, and I will again be a buyer at this level. So you can have multiple trades on the table, all simultaneously in profits, right? Think of it like this. You could have taken the long trade over here. You'd be in profit now. You took the short trade at the exact level that I gave you. You'd be in profit right now. You can start to eliminate the risk. Price can come back down. Both the long and the short trade would still be in profit. And you can re-add more longs into the position over here and raise your invalidation on your long stops above pretty much, well, to these levels over here where the 200 is. If you start to lose the 200 for the second time, that is where a lot of panic will set into the market. And then your short trade is literally just there as insurance. That's the reason for the short trade. We're not taking the short trade because we want to become rich. The short trade is to hedge against the longer, all the big positions that we've built over the course of the bull market. I hope that makes it clear, right? I'm not shorting the market here to try and make millions of dollars. I'm shorting the market to hedge as insurance against my, let's say, longer term holding position in Bitcoin, the positions that we established all the way from the lows over here, which we said yesterday. Remember, we spoke about that. We took those positions down here between $16,800, there it is, and over there into that wick low at 19,000. So that's what I'm hedging against, is those positions. So by the way, if you guys do want to take these trades that I give, the ideas, I mean, it's still pretty much close enough within that zone. If I go back over here, the trade opportunity is definitely still there. I'll show you in the low time frame how you're looking for a little bit more weakness. But if you do want to take that trade, remember, join us on Bybit because the competition is open, right? The competition is open to join. It begins, well, registration is open to join right now. The competition will actually begin. Let me just check the date. It starts tomorrow and it will end on the 15th of September. Now, the way that this works is, let's just quickly get the facts straight over here in terms of the competition. I'm just having a look at my notes. Okay. It's the highest P&L, which means any of you can participate. There is some minimum requirements and you can win yourself a Tesla Cybertruck on Bybit. You have to go here. You have to use this link in the description below. So it's pinned over here at the top. Sign up using that link. Click there, sign up. Once you've signed up, make a deposit. Then come back and click the Cybertruck competition tab over there. It will bring you through. Now, we know some of you already have a Bybit account. If you're an existing user, you have to have a minimum of $250 in the account. Your trading volume will have to equal $10,000 worth of volume, which is very, very easy, by the way, guys. You'll take a couple of trades on 3, 4, 5x leverage each time you enter a trade, right? It depends on how big the trade is when you take it. Let's say you took a $100 trade on 10x leverage, that's $1,000. You do that 10 times, you have $10,000 of trading volume over 60 days. The highest P&L will win the Cybertruck, right? You'll win the Tesla Cybertruck. That's the first point. If you're a new user, right, you can claim $500. I mean, that's what my notes say. I hope this is correct. I'm going to literally show you guys. I hope that I'll double check this to make very, very sure. Let's just quickly show this to you. Hold on. There we go. Let's bring that in the screen just so you guys see it's not from me. There we go. There you go. New users can claim $500 for depositing $100. It says it right there, right? I'll double check. I mean, that sounds very, very generous. If you get $500 for depositing $100, but use the link in the description below, click there, sign up, make a deposit, and you're in the competition. Okay, let's continue. We've done that. Let's move on. That is your Cybertruck. Okay. Looking at Bitcoin on the low time frames over here, we are transitioning right now into the UK session. As you can currently see, this is going to be a pretty key level that price is coming into right now. As price comes down, you really want to see price bounce from $62,000. If you start to break that down, well, that will be your first warning signal that the higher time frame short trade is playing out and you're rejecting from this level. So if you saw something like this, sweep below, big push up, starts to reject off the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, rejecting as resistance, setting in the lower high, then you know the short trade is valid, right? Stops would go below here. You've entered into the short trade and you're looking for low prices. Alternatively, as mentioned on the high time frame, I am still reserving the possibility that price could do something like this and continue onwards and upwards. If so, I would still be looking to head short within this region over here. Maybe you don't reject from that golden pocket, but instead from the 0.786 in extreme moves, you often see price move all the way back to that zone. That would be $68,000. Point being is for full-blown bull signal to occur once again, and for the risk to be off the table to confirm the trap, you would need to see this, right? We need to see price break and hold above this, consolidate near those highs again, and then you can say that this was simply just a bear trap, and we're looking for major expansion, which when I bring up the monthly time frame, you can see how that could potentially take place, right? Flipping prior resistance, major resistance into support, and this could very quickly get going, especially when shorts do start to build up within the market. Okay, cool. We've done that. Let's move on. ETFs. The ETH ETF has been speculated to take place on the July the 23rd, which is going to be on Tuesday. You're seeing a lot over here in terms of those S1 filings pending approval. They're very close, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Could this negate the bearish move? Would this bring newfound interest into the market? Very possibly, especially within altcoins. And we've seen that there are some altcoins that have looked very strong against Bitcoin in the last couple of days, right? As they're pushing up over here, measured against Bitcoin. You can even go into the settings and you can change the chart. Measured against, here it is, Bitcoin. There it is. These are some of the top performers against Bitcoin, outperforming Bitcoin, right? Okay, let's move on. So here is your ETH chart. Breaking back into the resistance level over here. Yellow zone is resistance. This is your mid-range. This is your mid-range level for ETH USD. There it is. I'll quickly zoom that out. There's your overall chart, right? Our initial longs were taken down here at about $1,000. I'll continue to hold that position. I don't see any point in selling that. I don't believe that price within this cycle for ETH should come back here until the bear market has fully set in and the bull market is over. So we'll continue to hold those positions. But if you're somebody that's looking to get in now, I would wait for a pullback, right? I would still wait for a pullback. Price is pushed up over here. At some point, you are going to get a bit of a deeper correction. ETH, BTC, same story. Nothing has changed over there. Go watch any of last week's video or even any of the last 3 months videos. It's all the same. Okay, total 3, all the same. We need new liquidity and new money to come back into the market. Okay, Cardano, big move up over here on the daily time frame into resistance, starting to reject. You got full overbought signals over here on the momentum oscillators. Let's have a quick check on some of our stronger coins like Casper. Okay, how's Casper doing? Let's move on to the daily time frame. There it is. Nice. Okay, got it. All right. Daily rejecting from the range high over here. Let's watch. We'll observe whatever Bitcoin does is going to affect the rest of the market. Not much to comment over there. We've been long on Casper forever, so those positions are still fine. Here is Solana, right? Solana very close. Hit the resistance level over here, starting to pull back ever so slightly, but the blue box over here is the sweet spot for Solana to start to take some profits. That would be between $163 and $165. For now, I wouldn't panic on Solana yet, right? It's all dependent on what Bitcoin does, but I wouldn't expect, full vertical drop over here. At the end of the day, I still view this all as a very bullish consolidation for Solana, coming off of a major move over there. Okay, Sui, long trade, still in profit over here. You can probably take half your profits if you took this trade with us in Whale Room. There you go. You probably take half your profits. We said over here because this was the prior resistance level, and no surprise that price is starting to reject over here. So half your profits off the table, looking for the pullback over here to load up in the higher low for the rest of the trade, which is going to go to the top over there. Had you taken this trade, you would be up already 30%. 30% over there. Okay, TON coming back down. So for any of you at FOMO on TON, if you can get it back into this level over here at $7, that's an opportune zone to build some longs. What else have we got that looks good? Let's double check OM. Okay, boom, look at that. Yesterday I covered this with the Whale Room community, saying this is your TP1 zone. Perfect into the circle, rejection, absolute perfect trade over there. Wait for the next high low, and then you can start to target up towards $1.88. $1.88 is the next zone. Okay, let's look at NEAR. Okay, NEAR. I I don't have too much to comment on here. It's a little bit of a sloppy chart. You know, I would wait for the next pullback over here. If you do get the pullback, cool. Maybe this was just a deviation. So you need to see price come back down towards the range low at $5. Hold that level, and that's the zone. But NEAR started to break down against its BTC pair, and therefore I am more inclined to stick with the coins that show relative strength, right? Coins like Solana, TON, we had a whole list of them, right? Mantra, those types of coins. Let's look at Rune. I see you guys want Rune. Let's go to Rune. Rune always seems to be one of the crowd favorites. I don't know if it's because Run is so bullish on it. Okay, there it is. This is your back test into support. So I told you guys, remain patient. You've broken back above the zone. You theoretically have not broken structure, because for that to occur, you need to get above this level over here, those prior lower highs. That's $4.26. You can see we didn't get above $4.26. Price is already starting to reject from there, which is why you do need to be careful. But theoretically, if prices were to come down on Rune back down towards these levels over here, and you're holding above those to form a higher low, that would be a good zone to start to look to relong. The next move probably breaks above, right? Then you start to see something like that take place. So keep an eye out on Rune. Injective, let's have a look at Injective. How is Injective doing? Okay, Injective pushed up towards where you would expect resistance to occur. I mentioned on yesterday's show, you want to be careful over here. Take a little bit of profit on the longs. I know that Josh in Discord gave some longs over there. So looking a little bit profit taking over here. And once you get and close above this area, which is going to be $23.56, that's where a stronger move can persist all the way up towards the range highs. Okay, Pendle. Let's take a look at Pendle. All right, Pendle. Okay, cool. There we go. Pendle broke above those highs, which is a good sign. Still has a lot of work to do. I told you this one is a little bit sloppy. You do have the range lows over here, which was the area to be in. That was the place to buy. If you got in, great. Hold the position and eliminate your risk. If you didn't get in, I wouldn't be buying this. I would literally just be waiting for price action to redevelop. I don't know if you do something like that and it takes time to break out, right? This has been one of the top performers, especially against Bitcoin. Okay, 𝗬𝗓, we can look at 𝗬𝗓. We're also in the long trade on 𝗬𝗓, so we can review that, see how that one's doing. Okay, similar to, what was the other trade that I gave? 𝗬𝗓. Similar to 𝗬𝗓, I told you take some profits coming into this zone over here. Pretty much close enough. You hit that level over there. That is the area where you wanted to take a little bit of profit off the table. And now you're looking for the next higher low as an opportunity, right? Because the question is, do these charts even set in a high low? This is a trend that's trending down, right? This is a complete downtrend over here. You have, of course, highs, lows, lower highs, lower lows. That is where you would expect a lower high, and then you could do something like that. So we are just, this is why I told everyone, be patient, wait for the pullback. If you form a higher low over here, then you know, yes, this was a major level, that's a higher low, and now you can look at onwards and upwards. This is why we're bidding a lot of different coins, Bitcoin included, at those lower regions, and now we're starting to hedge our positions, right? Take the profits, hedge the positions over there. Okay, 𝗗𝗓, I can have a look at 𝗗𝗓, but gaming has done very, very terribly. Honestly, it's been terrible for gaming. But let's have a look. Okay, range lows. Yes, it is at range lows. We did have bullish divergence over there. It hasn't got going properly yet, but theoretically, if you did buy into that bullish divergence, this is 2 drives of bullish divergence. Price coming down 1, 2, momentum oscillator 1, 2 up. That's up on various different momentum oscillators, right? Money flow, RSIs, a whole lot of them across the board were giving bullish divergence, and that has played out for the most part. So yeah, watch this level, eliminate your risk if you took the long trade over there. Okay, let's go to WIF. Is there anything going on with WIF? WIF hasn't been a performer lately. Coming straight into resistance, this is major underside resistance. Personally, I would definitely not touch WIF over here. The chart structure is not looking great, right? Yes, you could view this as a power of 3, which is a longer term play where you have this accumulation. Then some people say, well, manipulation, you break back into the range. That opens up the long trade, and then you're going for expansion higher. But I don't think that's the case with WIF right here. Usually I'd be looking for when I look for a power of 3, it's usually coming off of a major move towards the downside. And then you've had a super long reaccumulation phase like that. Then you have the manipulation phase, you break back into the range, and that's where you get expansion. Based on the chart structure over here, this just looks like distribution to me, honestly. Okay, Brett, how's Brett doing? Okay, still looking decent over here on Brett as a higher low within this zone over here. So as long as it can defend that region there, it does have the opportunity. Of course, you can throw in a little bit of a trend line over here. And where's it coming into? Direct resistance, right? So there it is. Brett coming into direct resistance, hitting that resistance right now and starting to reject. You need to break above that. Okay, what else? What else have we got? BNB. I haven't had BNB for long, though. I have it on this list over here. Let's see. BNB, USDT. Okay, let's try and bring that up. Okay, there's your BNB chart. So this has been liquidity to liquidity, sweep the range high, sweep the range low, breaks back into the range. Target becomes the top side over here, 630. If you are trading BNB, of course, you're coming into resistance, which is the breakdown level that occurred over here. You've had a full retrace. So be careful, guys. This could all very well be a relief rally for the market. This is why you're better off having built your positions at those lows. And now you're looking for the higher low to occur between $58,000 and $60,000. Correlate what your altcoin is doing while Bitcoin is coming into that level. That's all you need to do is focus on that. Okay, what else have we got? Link. Let's have a look at Link. I actually haven't seen Link for some time. Okay, Link. So we did give the long trade over here on Link as well. Same as the rest, right? Coming into the breakdown level, the relief rally into resistance, a little bit of profit taking coming over there. You probably, like all the coins, going to come back down towards those range lows. Same as Bitcoin, same as all the altcoins, back down to the range lows. Hold that as support if you can, create a higher low over there. Then you're looking for continuation of the long trade. So you have lows, you have higher lows, and you have continuation, confirming the deviation back, right? Back into that zone. So also, guys, I've been hearing a lot about hacks and stuff, DMs and everything. I want to remind you that you can come through to the link in the description below. Click get the deal. NordVPN, you don't have to use us, right? You can use Proton, you can use any one of these, whatever floats your boat. But we have a partnership with NordVPN, which qualifies you for 71% off. If you take this one, you can get up to 76% off. If you take the bigger deal over here, the longer term deal, it's literally less than the price of a cappuccino per month. Keep your NordVPN on when you're trading, especially for those of you that are in jurisdictions that don't want you to trade. If you're on a non-KYC exchange, you trade on there with your NordVPN on. They're giving you the 𝗕𝗤𝗎𝗍 data gift for those of you who travel. It's all 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like NordVPN after 30 days or within the 30 days, you get a full refund, right? Use the link below, 4 months extra when you use our special over here. Guys, it's literally, look at that. It's $93 for 2 years of this subscription. It's literally free to protect your crypto. Okay, cool. Let's go. Filecoin. What else do we have? Filecoin and 𝗬𝗢𝗡. We looked at 𝗬𝗢𝗡. Let's go to Filecoin. All right, Filecoin still in a strong downtrend. Can't touch this, right? Still in a strong downtrend. Big resistance over here. If it rejects, you're coming all the way down to $3, right? You're going to sweep $3. So the alternative is Filecoin puts in a big move and gets above $5.30. If it can do that and flip this, I'll buy the back test into 480. Okay, let's go to Pyth. Pyth is also one that's being requested. Okay, Pyth network, let's go. Of course, the Oracle on Solana. So same as all the rest, guys. They all look the same. Looking at this as a high-term deviation, pushes here into resistance at 34 cents, starting to reject. For most of these coins, one thing you do not want to see is you don't want to see yesterday's low taken out, right? If you take out yesterday's low, so for Pyth, that's coming in at 31 cents. If you take out yesterday's low, then you're going all the way back down to range low. That should be your first indication. So for Bitcoin, that would be pretty brutal, right? Bitcoin's range low is coming in over here at 60,000. So if you do a full bearish engulfing candle over here, then you know that the chances are that this is playing out. Bearish engulfing candle means probably you're going down to 50K next. Okay, what else? What else can I help you guys with? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. What else? What else do you want? I have time. I'm willing to go through all the charts against the alt pairs. Let's have a look over here quickly. I just want to do a brief run through. Okay, let's go to Link BTC, sitting right at range lows. So this is measuring against the BTC pair, Link BTC at range lows. XRP BTC also at a key level over here, but I said it's probably going to lose this, and then this is going to become new resistance. Say BTC, not looking good. Zeta BTC, absolutely terrible. You do not want to touch that. SUI BTC, flattening out. I mean, maybe you can call that range lows. Dot BTC, downtrending. Phantom BTC, range lows. Casper BTC, strong and uptrending, right? Let's have a look over here, starting to break this down. So originally we wanted to see a back test into this zone. Maybe we'll still get it. With price coming down now, that's actually where I wanted to see the next higher low on Casper's into this region over here. Then it started to look strong over here. So we moved the level up, but now it's coming back down. So maybe you're going to see something like that on Casper BTC. AVAX BTC, not looking good. Downtrending, terrible. Cardano BTC, terrible. Injective BTC, okay, it is holding at a key level. For an injective BTC, you can see over here, I mean, this is a level that you want to flip into support. But brutal move down. We've covered Solana BTC, Atom BTC. Let's go to Atom. Terrible. The difference between Atom and Solana, right? Completely different charts. Sol BTC, uptrending, consolidating at the highs. Atom BTC, shocking. Absolutely terrible. You would have lost so much money. Aptos BTC, downtrending near BTC. This is what we said started to create new swing lows over here. Look there. High low. New closing lows. Relief rally on near BTC. Watch for the rejection coming into 10,110 is the last 5 digits over there. Matic BTC, similar to Atom. Very bad. Very bad. You don't want to be touching that. Strong ones, OM BTC. Look at that. Super strong. What about Ondo BTC? How's that one looking? Okay, holding at a critical level. We need to see prices move higher over there. Cool. Let's take a few more, guys. Smash the like button. Please smash the like button. It really helps to get the show content out there. I would greatly appreciate if you would smash the like button. And also, guys, if you do want my detailed analysis on what's going on with the long and the short trade, everything is in there. I've dropped it in Whale Room. And of course, you know, we have the other traders over there dropping their trades as well. I see that Josh, the Navigator, well done, bro. Injective smashing TP number 2. So we're dropping you a lot of alpha and trades in there on the daily. Use the link below if you're not already in the Discord, and then smash the like button and let me know what else you guys want to have a look at today. I'll take a few more. Casper, we've done Casper. Link, we've done Link. Mantra, we've done Fetch AI. Let's go to some of the AI tokens and have a quick look at those. All right, AI, where are you? Here we go, AI. Okay, let's go through Fetch AI. Here it is, Fetch AI, there it is. Okay, rejecting, again, I would still be waiting for a possible sweep into the lows below $1. If you took the long, great, to eliminate the risk, you could still see one more sweep into the lows over there. The graph deviated. So this one created, this one broke structure over here, waiting for the high low. Render's not looking good, guys. I'm probably maybe one of the only people out there that's telling you this. I'm being honest with you. Render is not looking good. I don't know if it's going to be the champion coin that it used to be. This is now rejecting a very key level. You can see over there what was prior support is now flipping into resistance on Render. You've broken the upsloping trend line. Rejecting from that level could be pretty catastrophic for Render. You could see some deep moves down. Render from top to bottom has already done 60, almost 58% down. Okay, you've broken the downsloping trend line on 𝗬𝗢. Now you're waiting for the throw back into support once again between around this $230 region, possibly up to $250. That's going to be the zone on 𝗕𝗢𝗡𝗢, where you're looking to gain an entry on longs. Of course, also a big mover from exact top to the local low. This one did 75% down. Pretty brutal. Very, very brutal. From here back down to that zone, it's obviously got high volatility. You could see another 20% down over there. Okay, I think that's it, guys. I'm going to see you all on the next one. I hope you all have an absolutely stellar day. Please smash the like button, hit the bell notification, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a great week, a great day, and cheers for now.